Hello and welcome to gusmcdollgames. I'm Nick McDowell and today we're playing part 4 of Baltic Breakout, the 7th mission in the NATO campaign in Naval War Arctic Circle. Naval War Arctic Circle is based on a hypothetical Great Arctic War set in 2030 and fought in the North Atlantic, Arctic, Baltic and the North Sea. The NATO campaign covers the Great Arctic War as experienced from the Northern Partnership and NATO alliances. In Baltic Breakout, the Russian Baltic Fleet is moving towards the Denmark Strait. In earlier episodes, a Russian surface action group centred on the Pyotr Veliki, a Kirov-class battlecruiser, tried to force a passage through the Baltic. The Russian ships launched a massive attack on Ronneby Air Base with land attack missiles. Our strong combat air patrol defeated this attack and shot down all Russian aircraft in the area. We also responded by sinking the Admiral Gorshkov, which was lurking just outside Polish waters and gathering intelligence on our forces. We fought intense air battles against the combat air patrol covering the Russian surface action group. We also fended off another land attack missile barrage against our air bases, and we fought and won another air battle against the Tupolev bombers and the Iran missiles. Our objective is to destroy 5 enemy surface combatants and not lose 3 or more of our own. The enemy has a number of large aircraft to the north. I'm not sure if these are bombers or refueling aircraft. Further south, an Ilyushin L-76 tanker is refueling an Su-35. This allows the Su-35 to stay in the air longer to provide more coverage for the combat air patrol. This is why I try to shoot down refueling aircraft. Southeast of Gotland, the Russian surface action group is making good progress through the Baltic Sea. This is the Pyotr Veliki, a Kirov-class battlecruiser. We have also detected the Admiral Chabanenko, an Udaloy-2 guided missile destroyer, and the Moskva, a Slava-class guided missile cruiser, and also 2 unidentified medium surface contacts. I have air-to-air missiles inbound from the northeast, but have not detected what launched them. My F-35 fighters switch on their AN/APG-81 radar. Then they swing north to intercept. This group has expended all AMRAAM and is bingo fuel, returning to base. This pair of naval strike aircraft have reached the release point, so I task them to attack the surface action group with their Kongsberg Joint Strike missiles. I also redirect other fighters northeast to deal with the inbound enemy. I give targeting orders to another pair of F-35A in naval strike profile. Copenhagen now has aircraft ready to launch, so I put 2 F-35 Lightnings up in a patrol pattern east of Ronneby, then a pair of fighters in naval strike profile south of Öland, and another pair of naval strike aircraft close by. I'm worried about this incoming air-to-air missile. The Gripen turns on its radar but is destroyed. I push the tanker southwest and out of range. It is too vulnerable to remain where it is. More fighters switch on their radar. Where is this mystery plane? Let's speed up time. I detect a Sukhoi T-50 inbound from the northeast. I engage it with AMRAAM for my naval strike aircraft. Then I launch the Kongsberg JSM at the enemy ships. Finally, I've detected the mystery aircraft, a Sukhoi T-50 to my north. I immediately target it. About 10 minutes until the Gripen are ready to launch the next naval strike from Ronneby. I will speed up time again. Then I detect another aircraft in the Kalmar Strait. These fighters have done a lot of damage to my squadrons, but my nearest aircraft are out of missiles. I launch from the naval strike aircraft. A Sukhoi is shot down. Then another. 2 to go. The one to the north has turned to evade my missiles. I launch on another to the northeast. This fighter has probably become an ace today. I have to salute his bravery. But he is finally brought down near Öland. The Naval Strike Group has overextended, so I turned them back. They are well within S-300 range, yet the Russians have not engaged. Does this mean they are out of S-300 missiles? Back at Ronneby, I launch a pair of air superiority fighters to patrol near Stockholm. I adjust the patrol routes of the other fighters. Copenhagen has launched all aircraft except a ready tanker. Almost 10 minutes to the next naval strike from Ronneby. The enemy still have one last fighter on combat air patrol, a Sukhoi Su-35. His morale can't be great. But he pops flares and evades the missile. I will speed up time to see the battle develop. Another Naval Strike 2 ship sortie launches against the Surface Action Group. I'm about to find out if they have any more S-300 left. The S-300F have a range of about 90 kilometers. The S-300FM on the Kirov have a range out to around 150 kilometers. The F-35 launch AMRAAM against the remaining Sukhoi. Meanwhile, the Kongsberg JSM are closing the Russian fleet. The NH-90 helicopter has been laying a small pattern of sonobuoys west of my Surface Action Group. The Boeing P-8A Poseidon is laying a larger pattern of sonobuoys south of Ronneby and ahead of my ships. I task it to the southwest. My naval strike fighters turn on their radar. I will speed up time. The Russian ships have launched S-300 missiles against the Kongsbergs, so they are not out yet. They destroy all my inbound missiles. The Sukhoi also evades my missiles. I task a fighter pair north towards Stockholm. From there, they can deal with the large aircraft contacts northeast of Gotland. All told, I have around 5 aircraft headed that way. I order my aircraft back in formation. If the enemy still has S-300, I should keep my distance. I speed up time again. More S-300 are launched against my Kongsberg missiles. This attack is also defeated, but the enemy are slowly running out of defensive stores. I speed up time again. Ronneby is again ready to launch naval strike aircraft. I launch 3 pairs, 6 sorties in total. I have also detected a pair of Sukhoi Skat unmanned aircraft crossing Gotland. They are almost certainly carrying land attack missiles or naval attack missiles. I target them with AMRAAM. I also target the Ilyushin Il-78 tanker. The first of my naval strike aircraft launches missiles shortly after takeoff. I order them to return to base. I slow down the air superiority group, increase the altitude, and turn on their radar. I'm trying to detect if the Skat have already launched. The Skat transit the terrain of Gotland at under 500 feet. One is shot down. The other has multiple missiles inbound. It is also shot down. More missiles are tracking towards the tanker and the fighter. I launch more missiles against the tanker. An AMRAAM closes on the tanker and shoots it down. My next naval strike group launches RBS-15 against the surface action group. I order them to return to base. The final fighter has 6 missiles inbound. It is shot down. The F-35 has turned to evade inbound S-300 missiles from the Surface Action Group. Another missile closes on another Il-78 Ilyushin tanker. It is shot down. The enemy still has a number of large aircraft to the north, and the Surface Action Group continues to track south. I slow down the fighters tracking north to reduce their fuel expenditure and increase their endurance. I return another pair to base. Another pair I push to the south. They still have AMRAAM in case of more inbound aircraft or missiles. All of a sudden, I detect a submarine contact. My patience with the anti-submarine warfare patrols by the Poseidon and the helicopter has paid off. I move a pair of naval strike aircraft to the southwest, slower, higher, and with radar on, using them as a radar picket. Time now to prosecute the submarine contact, which has been detected by sonobuoys. I have no friendly ships in the area, so I will risk a torpedo attack on the contact. My Boeing P-8A Poseidon commences its torpedo run. And launch. I set a patrol pattern around the submarine. The torpedo hits and destroys the St. Petersburg. The Poseidon moves patrol location to the east of my Surface Action Group. I have a number of missiles heading towards the Russian fleet. I also have a number of fighters heading north to engage the large aircraft contacts. Another 25 minutes before the next naval strike sorties from Ronneby. A similar time for the next air superiority sorties from Copenhagen. The Russians launch a salvo of S-300 SAN-20 Grumble surface-to-air missiles at my anti-ship missiles. I'm amazed they still have enough SAM to do this, after the number they have launched until now. More missiles fired. Many more. And more still. The Russian Surface Action Group is successfully defeating my missile attacks, but is also expending defensive stores it cannot replace. With its combat air patrol destroyed, it will soon be unable to defend itself. I vector my air patrol nearing Stockholm East towards the large aircraft contacts. They are almost at bingo fuel, so I'll need to get within missile range soon. Still another 20 minutes or so until the next naval sorties are ready. With the Northern Patrol almost out of fuel, it is time to launch my remaining AMRAAM. Then turn for home. The Russian planes turn east to evade the missiles. It turns out a number are Tupolev bombers. The missiles close in. One Tupolev is shot down. Then another. And a third. I will speed up time. Still a few minutes before Copenhagen can launch more sorties. Same for the naval strike aircraft at Ronneby. I speed up time. The Helsingborg is tracking northeast and will shortly be within missile range of the Russian Surface Action Group. I am not ready for this, so I order it to reverse course to the southwest. This is probably a good time to bring this episode to a close. In this episode we fought more air battles. We destroyed the remaining combat air patrol and their supporting tankers, defeated an unmanned aerial vehicle drone attack, and located and sank a submarine. We still have our bases intact, plenty of air superiority and naval strike aircraft readying, and our surface forces are undamaged. However, the Russian Surface Action Group is becoming vulnerable. It has lost all its supporting assets, the Admiral Gorshkov off the Polish coast, the submarine lurking east off Copenhagen, the combat air patrol, and the bomber strike force. In the next episode, I will force them to expend their remaining surface-to-air missiles, then close in for the kill. As always, thanks for watching. For more Naval War Arctic Circle content, check out the NATO campaign and Jersey blockade playlists on our channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.